Hey, Frackbird, how's it going today? Oh, I did not pair stuff. Stupid horn. Too early in the morning for that horn. Uh, Look at this. 75 points until the next level. So close. So close. I wonder if we get this jersey after this ride. This jersey's badass. I hope we do. Oh, whoops. 5 minutes. I forgot my phone. Can't have no companion app. I will be right back. Isn't it glorious? Even the dirty dishes sink. Look at this. Are those dirty dishes or are those organized, clean dishes? Don't even know. Look at that. Just throwing everything. Did you find treats? Did you find the treats? Found one? Look at her eyeballs.
I made one.
Oh, Pon Pon, I just wanted to pet you. What's wrong? You know, like Boxing Day shop by the pool. I was just thinking that. Good morning. Hey, Pookie. Didn't realize I still had the mic on. I was like talking to my cats about treats. I'm talking about how my kids are over at Rama's house and I cleaned the house yesterday and it's still spotless. These kids wreck everything. I was at home yesterday and I did like a full on, I almost had 10,000 steps in my house yesterday. There's just stuff everywhere. Nothing gets put away at all, ever. Wherever you go, there's piles of crap. Like I made this hanger for their school backpacks. Super organized school backpacks go right here. Boom. There was just like an entire load of laundry. Yeah, so true. Entire load of laundry like under their school backpacks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We don't even bother cleaning stuff. We just have a garage sale and just take everything and just put it out on our driveway and sell it for 5 cents. Dude, oh, that'd be so awesome. I used to be, not a hoarder, but I used to like to keep stuff. And it's funny, like we'd keep a lot of our kids' schoolwork. And then my wife's parents, they are starting to like go through their storage and they're bringing my wife's schoolwork here. And we're going, why do we want this? Oh, we kept this for you from like grade 1. And they're like, no, you didn't keep this for us. You kept this for you. We don't want this. I don't want a picture I drew from grade 1. Like, I'll take a picture with my cell phone and then boom, in the garbage. How many people? There's 151 people in this? When I signed up earlier in the week, there was like 10. And I thought, oh shit, this is gonna be... Oh, lubed up the chain. The chain is nice. This is gonna be nice and easy. Nice and easy ride. Morning, dude. My chain was long overdue for some lube. I can feel it. It feels smoother. Yeah, or, I mean, the keepsakes that we want to keep are safe. So I wouldn't mind if our house had a fire and we had to start over again. Like, Lucky's right, the pile's right there. So in my house cleaning yesterday, I found 5 backpacks. 5 backpacks scattered throughout the house. Why? Why do we have or need 5 backpacks? Everyone has a backpack. Everyone, like, we all have 2? I don't know, like, well, cycling backpacks, I do. Okay, yes. I got bike bags, but just for the kids in general. I do own like 4 or 5 backpacks, but they all serve their own purpose. I got a hiking one, I got a cycling one, I got a small water bladder one, a big water bladder one. But like kids' school backpacks, we don't need 10 in the house. Yeah, yeah, we have. Like I stopped using a backpack for work, and I just use one of those reusable grocery bags, or actually this. Here's my man purse, a hiking mesh bag. It's got my keys, it's got my wallet, it's got my glasses, got like random stuff. I walk to work and I'm like, go into my office. I was like, what the hell you got there? I'm like, it's my stuff. I'm like, it's a mesh bag. You can see into it. When you're trying to grab stuff, you can see where it is. Like I use them for backpacking all the time. See, I do love technical gear. So I feel you, man. I know where that comes from. I could have 75 backpacks. I don't know if they even announced what route this is, other than it's 50K. Yeah, I have 2 hiking backpacks, a smaller one for when I was single, and a big one because now I have to carry everyone else's excess stuff. Oh, this doesn't fit in my backpack.
Ispensadai 9000 is now following.
I didn't even follow. Like, oh, this doesn't fit in my backpack. We put this in your backpack? Sure, I'll carry 65 pounds. Was I not paying attention and everyone sprinted up that hill? Like, where is everybody? Where was that little group I had? Oh, back-to-back arrows? Sweet. So used to doing this in ERG mode. I have steering. Should probably be cutting the corners. Yeah, level 57. Shiba socks. Whoa, tabby socks. 2 pairs of socks in 1 level. Amazing. Oh, are we going up this hill? I was really hoping for 50k of flat. That was the dream of Saturday morning. Oh yes. Bert, sorry, I did read it. How are you doing, man? I don't know if I'm available in May at all. So I may have to pass. But I will probably be free if there's any races going down like last year. And Bert, man, we all miss you. Where have you been? Oh, this hill. Let me know what weekends and I'll get back to you, because I actually have 2 back-to-back gravel events in May. This hill is Stealth Hill. It's like, oh, it's going up the backside here. Whoa, that's sad and awesome. Like, you have had a time. I feel like I just got 6 watts out of this fresh chain. At least 6 watts. Oh, third person short. Yeah, let's do that one. It's a closer up view of this sweet jersey. Oh, the people ahead of me are like, oh, they're probably going down the hill. That's why they're 36 seconds ahead. Oh, everything's doing great. Doing great. Holiday season. Thanks, man. Getting stuff sorted. Gained like 40 pounds throughout the year. Trying to get that wrangled back in, but every day people are giving me chocolates. Well, we double whammied the holidays. Last year we went to Mexico at the beginning of December, and then we had the holidays. So it was like, bam, eating and drinking. A 1 week break, eating and drinking. So this year we're going to Mexico for the holidays. To just kind of be like, let's get it all done once. And then come back. Then January, I'm going to be hitting it hard. I have a lot of gravel events that I shouldn't have said I'm going to do, but I said that I'm going to do for sure. So starting January, back on the training plan, gonna drop 40 pounds, gonna do like 6 super long ass gravel events. Hey, Spoon. Well, good seeing you, Bert. Thanks for stopping by. Look at these decorated trees. Hey, Spoon, is your Ironman in May still going? Oceanside. So where is Oceanside? Where's that one? Oh, is it? Yeah, I can only imagine. Triathlons and Ironmans are probably super expensive. Gravel races are expensive for what they are, and it's one event. Only BWR has moved to September, end of September. Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's like here. It's like 120 bucks, 120 bucks, 120 bucks. BWR is like 200. You do get a sweet ass, you should probably drink this. You get a sweet ass giant bottle of beer though. BWR beer. Well worth the $200 for that one beer. So, but I was originally training starting January for BWR because it was supposed to be end of May, which lines up exactly with like a 4-month training plan to be like 4 months, taper, boom, BWR. But they've moved it to September, end of September. Now I'm thinking, do I want to maintain kick-ass shape like the entire year? Do I want to have to just like always be, well, actually, you know what? It's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Because otherwise, yes, at least some of them here throw in t-shirts. A lot of the events, you get a t-shirt at least. I bought a very overpriced BWR cycling cap, and it's very small. It was like a one size fits all, and I have not a large head, and it's tight AF. So I was super disappointed because it's twice as much as I would have normally spent on a cycling cap. Me and El Zhang. It's us. Kind of hoping I'll be riding with more than one person. Get a bit of draft going. Hey, Brepberg, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go organize your backpacks. Sort them. Or hope. Everything I say that we hope we're not doing, we end up doing. So I'm here. Can you actually hear me? Oh, one sec. I think I gotta push. I can hear you. One sec. Sorry, I had it on push to talk. I could hear you, yes. Yeah, I'm 11 kilometers into the Fundo. There's actually 190 people. I am, yes. I hope I get this jersey. Everyone's wearing these awesome Canada jerseys. Well, I see my jersey. Oh, well, no, I see everyone in Canada jerseys. It's got like black along the top, and it's white with black shorts, and it says Canada in the black. Like, you know how like the Government of Canada font has that, it says Canada, and it's got a red maple leaf, and then down the side of the shorts it says, or the side of the jersey says Canada. I wonder if it's like a jersey unlock. It happens. Which is finicky sometimes. Yeah. I am totally alone. No, there's a guy named El Zhang. Him and I were pals. Oh, it's just been him and me. As soon as we hit the first hill, well, the problem is my watch said, do not ride your bike today. So I'm like trying to stay under 200 watts and just lightly cruise. So that means back of the pack. He just totally ripped past for some strange reason. I'll catch him I think he's really light, because I was catching him on the downhills. Hey. Good, how you doing? Talking to me. And then hearing your voice with like a 10-second delay, or hearing my voice talking to you with a 10-second delay. Because on Discord it's instant, but then on Twitch it's like 6 to 8 seconds back behind. Isn't that kind of the worst? Where you're like really hoping that something turns up so they can be like, yeah, here's the problem. We know exactly how to fix it. Hey, Margaret, how's it going? How was Brian's race? I totally missed it. Morning. Well, he's an A, so yes. New tactics. No going off the front. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD after this. Well, it probably is frustrating because he's in like a whole nother class of racers, but he shouldn't be taking those races as races. They're training for nationals. It's not a race. He's not trying to win. He's just trying to go hard and get a good workout in. Oh, I caught El Zhang again. Caught him. My watch said I should not be riding today, but I'm a few TSS short of my week. Actually, here's a good question for you, Marble. Is these Cycling Canada races or rides, are they jersey unlocks? Like, do I get this sweet jersey? So want this jersey. I didn't even know about these damn rides. I'm a bad Canadian. Bad Canadian. Cycling Canada has 3 rides a week. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Their Monday ride covers every time zone. All 4 of them. Can I work there for like a few hours a week for a discount? Hey, actually, other question. Do you got any Checkpoint SL7s in stock?
Dmitry Kuprianov rated with 7
No.
viewers.
Well, I've been talking for years that 2024 is the year of getting a new bike. And the SL7 actually meets some of my very strict criteria.
Let's give a big shout out to Dmitry Kuprianov. Make sure to check them out at https://twitch.tv/Dmitry Kuprianov.
So criteria number one. So what I'm trying to do, Peter, is I'm trying to just narrow down my bikes to one bike to rule them all. I rode my gravel bike for every event last year. Tour Victoria, BWR, commuting, charity events. It has 38, and I found no real issue. It was super comfortable, really not that much slower. So criteria one is it's got to fit at least 45s on it. Because there's some bikes out there that they're like, oh, we can fit 40s. Criteria number two is it has to have down tube storage. Number three, it has to have some color. Because now, after owning a very orange bike, I quite enjoy the colorful bikes. So, criteria 5 was that it had to have Shimano GRX, but that's proving nearly impossible. Yes, can't be mechanical, has to be electronic. So it's narrowed it down to literally, I think, 2 bikes, 3 maybe. The Diverge, the Checkpoint, and I think the Cannondale Scalpel. Yeah, Marvel, that's exactly what the plan is. Literally just swap tires, actually. No, well, that's a thing. And honestly, like, I don't know. Like, I just have a bad taste from SRAM from like 16 years ago when SRAM sort of first came out. Grip shift was a nightmare. I had a bike, a Giant in 2007 with SRAM, and the brakes sucked, the shifting sucked. And it's just like every bike when I worked in a shop that had SRAM sucked. And so I just swore off SRAM for the last 16 years. But every bike on the market is SRAM. Like, it's almost hard to find a higher end, especially with gravel. Gravel is like nearly impossible. And then Shimano ticked me off because it came out with their new 12-speed GRX, but no Di2 version. So to heck with you, Shimano. So yeah, that's very true as well. Well, what's funny is I was looking at like Cervelos, and I was even looking at like that Envy, and I just happened to like see, I have, I guess, a preconceived notion that Trek was always expensive. And so I always sort of be like, oh man, Trek is just really expensive. Trek's kind of like Specialized, where it's like overpriced for what you pay. But it turns out it's actually not. And when I went to the Trek website, I was like, holy shit, look at this bike. It's freaking beautiful. It's not a bad price. And it check marks like every box. other than having SRAM, but I think I'm just going to give up on that and be like, fine, SRAM. Well, actually, it's funny, that's another thing with the checkpoint. Most gravel bikes are one by, and the checkpoint, the SL7, is two ring. So for a one bike to rule them all, it's better than a one by system. So it's sort of leading the pack at the moment. Yeah, well, I have a bit of a hard time because the shop that I'm loyal to is like specialized dealer. So I get like no questions asked deals. Like I take something to the counter, they give me 20% off. So to go to another shop to buy a bike is, I have a hard time, but yeah, because then I can never go back there. I can't go back there if I have a checkpoint. Well, it's worse. It's only worse if you try to use every gear, say in the big ring, or every gear in the small ring on a 2x system. But if on a 2x system, it's better because ideally, you would, in the big ring, you'd only use like the bottom four, and then you'd switch to the small ring. So it's kind of, oh, well, yeah, no, it is, the thing is though, it's not bad. I've been riding one by for years now, and it's not bad. Well, the thing is, when it comes to bike shops, they actually don't make much money on the bikes themselves. So the fact that I bought shoes there, helmets there, they've made more money on me on accessories than they would if I was just buying a bike. Yeah, like I'm running a GRX 1x on my cross bike and it's fine, but it's missing just a little bit of gears. When I ride my cross bike on the road, it doesn't quite have the high. I mean, I can do 40 kilometers an hour at like 96 RPM. Well, yeah, because like the SRAM 2x, the small ring is a 30. So you have a 30-36 low gear. My 1x, I'm running a 38-40. So with the 2x setup, you just get a few notches down in the low range, and you get a whole bunch of notches on the high range. So it's just a broader more usable, gear ratio set. Oh, this Fundo is climbing too many hills. It's only Fundo if you weigh 80 kilograms or less. Yeah, I bumped my FTP up in Zwift and exert and intervals by like destroying the climb portal on the other day. But I'm trying to I've been doing so much base, I wanted to set a realistic FTP so for when January starts, I actually have correct intervals to ride with. Well, yeah, I was gonna do a ramp on Monday. Like this is just gonna be my zone 1, zone 2 ride. Take tomorrow off and then do a ramp test on Monday, and that'll be like it for the year. And set my test. Yeah, because like the system was dropping my FTP, but I was always keeping the intervals at what it was. So I was using, 270, 275 as my FTP when it's actually 280. So close enough. I'm still wavering for BWR. Still, I don't know. Well, it's definitely not going to be, it's not May for sure, 100%, but if it still happens in September, I might actually still do it, because as much as I was like, oh, I don't want to keep my fitness up for the whole year. You know what? That would be the best thing for me, is to keep my fitness up for the whole year. Every year I have an excuse like, okay, awesome, all my events are done. Now I can just eat a crap ton of food and gain 40 pounds. Where if I have like BWR looming in the back of September, I got to be like, well, I should probably not eat that extra hamburger. And for no one wants to pass. No one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the biggest issue for me was weight. Like, if I even keep the fitness that I have now, but I weigh 50 less pounds, that actually is not going to be so bad. The problem is, I can't do it and push that kind of watts weighing this much, or push the watts because I weigh this much. Like, that's what kills me. Yeah, that was insane. It was like 50 watts extra everywhere. Like, what? Like, that's crazy. If I could save that 50, well, it's funny, you looked at, like, you know, Peter Moog weighing 140 pounds. He was doing 27K an hour at the same average wattage I was doing, 17K an hour. Like, so really, if I can get anywhere close to 200 or like even ideally 190, like, it'd be insane. I'd like instantly at the same wattage, my BWR would be like 6K an hour faster. Like, I would turn from a 12-hour BWR to like a 9.5. I don't know if it's Moog or Moog or. Yeah, chicken and broccoli every day, all day. Well, what happens, Spoon, as soon as you get over 40, you just get old man strength. So you don't actually need to go to the gym. Your muscles just get magically stronger. Only for split-second things. Like, you're not strong for a long time, but you just, yeah, see, every time, that's how you recharge. You totally have a nap, and then it's just like boom, and your nap recharges your one effort. So like, you gotta like lift your car to put your tire on, you get one effort to do it. Wow, it's one stair. Miserable rainy ride. Misjudged how long it was going to take me to do this. Thought it was going to be an hour and a half easy. Yeah, I don't mind the odd rain, but like, come on now. You ride indoor to ride on the rain. Who was doing Keo was doing 500 kilometers? $500K in one ride? Holy crap. You know what Keo really needs to do? Keo, look right at the camera. Do your redeems. You still owe like 450 sprints. Come on now. Feel like Keo just tries to do other crazy shit to not have to do all his redeems that he owes. Like, oh, I should do some sprints, but instead I'll do a cake out. Oh, I owe a mega pretzel, but maybe I'll just do 500K instead. Do your damn redeems. Oh, Barty. I said Brady. I was like, who's Brady? Who the heck is... Why are they doing a 500K ride the week before Festive 500? Why wouldn't they do it next week? Yeah, could be just turn the stream off, but Zwift is still running. I'd be scared to do something like that in Zwift. There's a very good possibility that something's gonna break. My old kicker, when I had the 2018 kicker, it did not like efforts over 4 hours. At the 4 hour mark, all the sensors would turn off for like 10 minutes and then come back on alive, which was kind of good though. At 4 hours, you're like, well, I'm gonna take a 10-minute break while my kicker, well, I would be anxious. That's exactly wow. I'd be anxious the entire ride that something bad was gonna happen. Yeah. You can recover the rides pretty easily in Zwift. I've had to do that a couple times. Like, it does save it. So if you have $4.99 in one ride and 1 kilometer, you could go to like the FitFiles tool website and stitch them together. Despite my watch telling me I had to do the PRL full, or no, the PRL half 4 times because it kept turning me off in the wrong direction. Despite my watch saying, don't ride your bike today, I feel pretty good. Feel like this has like been a nice warm up. Yeah, I'd get 2/3 of the way through the PRL half, and it would just automatically turn me the wrong way. It happened 3 times in a row on the exact same turn. And every time I was riding, I'm like, oh, come on, don't turn that way. And then would turn, son of a bitch. That big group. That's the lead group. It was so annoying, and I would just get anxiety coming up to that turn going, like I wouldn't touch anything because I'd be like scared that maybe it was me pressed the button. We need to fix this road. Look, you can't very get close to the edge. I'm trying to turn right to the edge. This road's not wide enough. Yeah. Does your core sensors stop after 4 hours? Because I'm pretty sure the core is probably the same as a 2018. No, I'm just doing this route. I needed a few more stress score for the week, and I wanted to just pedal nice and easy. And they had 30, 40, 50K versions of this ride, and I'm like, oh, 50K, that'll be like an hour and a half. No, it's closer to 2. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what mine was like. It heats up to a certain point, and then the sensors are like, nah. A Porsche e-bike? Fancy. That's exactly what mine would do. It would just kick out for 5 to 10 minutes. Zwift would actually see it. Like the sensor would still show up in the pairing screen. It just wouldn't report any wattage. But if I let it sit for 5 to 10, then it would be like, yep, I'm back. Yeah, I would never get micro drops. It was just always like at the 4-hour mark, 10 minutes. Yeah, I have the Ant Plus sensor down there, but I also actually now have this trainer with the direct connect. It's hardwired to Ethernet. They sucked it up, and I ran an internet line up through the attic and down into my closet where my router is. And then I put a secondary router right there. So the trainer is direct. So knock on wood, it's been flawless since that. As it should be, because it's directly connected to the internet. I was running direct connect to a wireless router, and that worked well. Yeah, if it's far away, luckily I just had to go up through the attic and back down. It was pretty easy. Oh, is this just multi-lap course? So we're just redoing what we just rode? Yeah, well that's... Yeah, well this house has phone cables through the whole place, but yeah, they're useless because they're old. Rogers buying Shaw really set things in motion for prices sort of dropping a bit and getting more data. Oh, interesting. Interesting. There's the other group. Group number 2, heading towards the finish. So I see everyone going back that way. So this just must loop around and head back towards the finish. Yeah, there's definitely ways you can run cable gently. They make a drill bit, Dimitri, a very flexy drill bit that you cut a small rectangle hole, and you can go down, sideways, up. You do have to cut some holes, but if you cut the right size hole, you can get either covers for them, or you use the piece of drywall that you cut out to patch. It does require work, but you actually can go between floors, across walls. More art. Yeah, I'm actually, I'm an electrician by trade. I just happen to work in the office now. But I don't like doing anything because I no longer have a van full of tools. That made it easier. Also, going in attic sucks, unless you absolutely have to go in the attic. There's no way that I'm... Well, there's still something to be said. Yeah, if I built a new house, I would totally be putting plastic conduit all over it so I could add stuff between floors. There's no way that I'm 17 minutes behind people. They must be on the way back. Wireless is getting so good too. The mesh networks. Like, I could kind of see not running wire, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. No, I'm still here. You guys were just talking about guitars and I was like tuning out because all I know is guitars have strings. Yeah, haha. I was just marveling at how long this ride's taking me. Well, it's just, you kind of guess. Like in Zwift, you go faster than real life. So usually 30K an hour is a decent average in Zwift. But so I was like, oh, 50K. I'm like, I'll be out of here in an hour and a half, no problem. No, it's be like 2 hours because they got some hills. But I'm doing really responsible by not going hard. My legs feel fantastic though. Feel like I could go fast, but no, it's just a Fundo. Makes a huge difference. Well, that's it. If I don't have anything to talk about or people to talk to, I totally look at the kilometers left and I'll be like, what? 16.2? And then I ride for like a minute and it's only 16.1. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's gone down like 1.2 kilometers, and you're like, that's been 10 minutes. How is that possible? Oh, I'm going up this. Well, outside you can just ride and you're not usually paying attention to where you're riding. You're just sort of riding going, I gotta go home or I gotta go to work. Like this, it's like I'm staring at the how many kilometers left in this route and going, oh my God, 15.5. Like if you stare at it, it doesn't move. Oh, 15.4. Like I only went 100 meters. Well, outside too, you're paying attention. You're looking at the scenery, you're watching cars, try not to get run over. You're totally not paying attention to the time at all. 60K, yeah, that's crazy. You do some good rides, man. You put in the distance. I went really, really hard on Wednesday. I'm still kind of feeling it, but this ride is loosening me up. Yeah, yeah, that's it. What's crazy is it's middle of December and it's like sunny and 8 degrees out. Trainer season hasn't really even started. Like our club still has big groups riding outside. That's it. That's what. Well, it's funny. This bike I'm on now. That's why I'm probably gonna sell it. I should say probably. I'm gonna sell it in the spring because this bike literally just stays on the trainer. Does not get off the trainer. Why do I need this bike on the trainer? Keep it on that trainer clutch. You better not ever take it off till March. It's so nice. Super comfortable. It goes decently fast. Like, it's not crazy slow, but yeah, if you wash your car, it's gonna rain. For sure. 100%. Well, the 140 pretty much was just mostly, there's one hill that's mostly just flat extra distance. Yeah, you're right about the 100. I was surprised because it was, you start and then all of a sudden, boom, the main hill right there. And you're not prepared for it. You're like, I should have another 40K before this. Yes, I do have a bike on my hoodie. It's getting ratty. It's falling apart. This is like my favorite hoodie to wear. It's like an old ass 10-speed. Just random 10-speed old bike. %. You're totally true that, yes. There was some weird, sketchy drafting, sketchy riding. Well, it's like the 160K group, like the lead group, was ripping down gravel 3 people wide, 20 people deep, and no one crashes. Have a good one, Dimitri. That's like even like when you do the gravel races and you see those guys in full pace line going 39K an hour, and I'm like flying over potholes. Like how they're so trustworthy, but they're all in doing the same thing. They know the dude in front's not going to slam his brakes on. The 100's the middle distance. It's the one where people are like, well, it's like, it's pushing it for people. And if 100 is pushing it, then you're probably not as experienced with riding. Because, like I say, for me, 100 is like, I could come off the couch. And I could not ride for 6 months, and I'm pretty sure I could survive 100. Wouldn't be fun, but I could survive. Yes. Yes. In the 140, you never really did braking. You just went for it, balls to the wall, like flying. And the 100%, I was like, felt like I was Formula One. I was like braking late, cutting the turn, going on the inside, probably knee out, guys probably cursing me like, that fucker. And actually with the 100, what I really noticed is when everyone starts going downhill, everyone rides 5 wide. And you had to go in the other lane to pass. And it's like, why are you 5 wide going down this hill? Like pass and then pull back in. Yeah. Well, and when I ride the Venge, I can't use the brakes. So there's a level of like urgency to use the brakes as little as possible because my fat ass is gonna overheat those carbon rims with rim brakes. The highlight of the ride. John. That's what flats and downhills is the only place I could catch John. How do you go so fast up a hill, but not fast on the flats? That always weirds me out. How does that work? That's steep. Well, this Fundo, everyone has ridden at a very consistent pace. I have not caught anybody since the beginning. No one. Super weird. There's 191 people on this ride. And I've been riding for an hour, 27 minutes and haven't caught a single person. Totally overtaking people. The next guy ahead of me is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And I'm kind of gaining on him, but I'm not going to make up that time. The jersey is hot. This is the best jersey in the game. Yes. Well, I thought what they should do is if they're forcing you to pay to race, your entry fee should cover like a month of Zwift. Like if you enter the race, they should give you a coupon code for 1 month. Like it seems dumb that it's like you have to pay to enter the race and then be like, oh, by the way, you got to pay to race in Zwift. Did you get it from the Cycling Canada? Like, am I going to get this jersey? You have it in IRL? Oh. Yes, 4th and 5th. I have a feeling because it's in Zwift and there's less hoops to jump, there's going to be quite a bit more people. Apparently, there's no video verification, but you do need to do a verification in IndieVelo, and they haven't said what that verification is yet. No, but they're using IndieVelo as the verification service. So actually that's what IndieVelo has been pushing for, is because they have all the built-in dual recording verification. So I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to make a workout, and you have to go into IndieVelo, complete the workout, and then it registers you in their system as a baseline. Kind of like the video verification, but without the video portion. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a funny thing too, but you know, people can be like, why not? I don't know, it didn't say. I read through like the ride. I read through all the ride notes and it didn't actually say it unlocks the jersey. I'm hoping it does. Sorry, was that? No, the verification has to be done in IndieVelo. So, I mean, but because that's actually, that is what IndieVelo has actually been pushing, is they are positioning themselves as like an official third-party verification service for all of the other cycling apps. So I wouldn't be surprised if IndieVelo sort of partners with the UCI and they go like, the race is in Zwift, but you need to do your verification in IndieVelo to set your baseline. It's easier then too, because we had to upload everything to eBio Passport. It would just be linked to your IndieVelo account. And in IndieVelo, there's a spot in your profile that you can put your race license numbers. So it's going to be an amazing database of like your race license, your FTP, all of your, you know, so if you do a race in Zwift, they can be like, oh, he went way harder than, so it kind of makes sense. And it puts IndieVelo up a notch because all the other apps will be using them for that service. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, apparently with the last update, I was reading the update notes, IndieVelo's got like automatic sticky watts disqualification, like everything's just automatic, like sticky watts are out. But then maybe people can, at the same time, it's like Zwift is going to be paying IndieVelo, not other people paying IndieVelo. And I think as the sport gets more legit, you kind of need a third party to do that. Because, you know, if the race is in Zwift It's kind of like Indy Velo is going to be like the doping body, you know, where they not, you know, where they come and knock on your door and be like, pee in this cup, where they're going to knock on your door and be like, hey, you need to come and like do a verification. Well, it's okay, I think, for one power meter because they only require 2 power meters if you're elite. And honestly, I trust Indy Velo, their system, more than I trust Zwift. Well, and it's going to be good because still everyone in the race is going to be verified, just not video verification. But yeah, I was only semi-joking that we all need to ride this race. Well, we all do need to ride this race. Because then we could have an entire group of us who are like, oh, our whole group placed top 10 in Canada. Yeah, like Outdoor Channel, what do you guys got? Oh, what, nothing? We have like the 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th place in Canada. Sorry, on our local club's Discord channel, there's a little bit of back and forth between the outdoor riders and the indoor riders. Because like the outdoor riders are kind of hardcore, and it'll be raining, and they'll be like, ooh, we're riding outside. And we're like, riding outside, are you kidding me? So our goal is to have as many club people ride the national champions, so we can be like, outdoor guys, what do you bring? The indoor crew is like, we're freaking top 10 in Canada. 5.6 kilometers left. That's ridiculous. I haven't read the article yet. I'm going to after this, but I was 5th. And my buddy, who I'm talking to in Discord, was 4th. I'm not going to say how many people were in our division. Okay, there was 5. That's why it's fun because there's so little people that go in this. Yeah, so I was like 5th place. I mean, technically, if you go on Cycling Canada's website and you look up the results, my name is forever there as being 5th. I can tell my grandkids in 20 years that I placed 5th. So it's fun to just do that because we bug the crap out of our bike club all the time because my buddy came 4th. So it's just like every time we're on a bike ride, we're like, do you realize you're with like the 4th and 5th place, you know, age groupers in Canada? Well, the course is super easy. They picked a pretty lame course. Actually, I shouldn't say that. For fat guys, they picked an awesome course. It's some Scottish course. It's 9 kilometers a lap with 77 meters of climbing. So the total race is 27K with like 230 meters. That's pretty flat. So it's really going to be what? 45 minutes? 45, 50 minutes of suffering. And it's mass start. So all categories leave at the same time. So with everyone leaving at the same time, you should be able to hold some faster guys' wheel for the guy who came third last year. He came third the year before. He averaged just over 3.2 watts per kg. So for my age group, which is the 45 to 54, 3.2 is podiuming. Yeah, so if you're under 45 though, so you'd be in the 35 to 44 category, or you like how many people? I mean, it's still a month and a half, or yeah. So if you're 37 right now, then you'd be 38 at the end of next year. So yeah, you're the 34 to 35 to 44. Let's see, let's check. Let's check. I'm gonna check, oops, nope. I'm gonna check the, register here. Check. Participation. Participant lookup. There's literally one person in your category signed up so far. There. There's one person. There's two people, including me, so far for my category. Well, that was, it was be funny, is that's what last year, me and my buddy were the only people signed up till about 3 hours before cutoff. And we were joking because you do get a real jersey. If you win, you actually get in real life national champion Canadian jersey. And we thought, how hilarious would that be to show up for group rides and be like all fat, eating donuts, and then people be like, oh, look at that poser. He bought a replica Canadian national jersey, and his friend's like, no, dude, that is the national champ. And everyone's like, what? And you show up to all these group rides in your like Canadian Nationals jersey, like, and it's super recognizable. People are like, what the fuck? It'd be so awesome. So awesome. I'm in a shitty category for it though. The guy who won last year did like 4.5. He's like ex-pro dude. I just go because it's fun, because even if 10 people show up and you're last, you're still top 10 in Canada. So where does this race this ride end? That it got 2 more kilometers. Does it end at the top of a hill? What are they jerks for doing this? Oh, that's a jerk move, Cycling Canada. Come on, Feather. Come on, Feather. Draft ban. Let's play. Ah. Well, and if you win, you get a jersey in game as well. You get the national jersey in game and in real life. My goal is to not necessarily do really well. I just want to have said that I've been in every Canadian national esport race. This will be the 3rd one. If she fell over, that would be the last time she ever rode on the trainer. No, that thing weighs what, like 150 pounds? Well, I think the flywheel on that thing is 50 pounds. Yeah, there definitely is an indoor technique to sprinting, because you kind of don't flail around like you do outdoors. You more just do super stair climber and just try to stay upright. Because yeah, my trainer will shift. It'll start sliding around on the floor and my bike will move forward or sideways. Yeah, you pull instead of like rocking your bike, you basically pull up on the bars to help your legs, to give your legs a stable platform to push down. So you lose a couple 100 watts. I wish my bike would break. It's way easier to buy a new bike if your bike is broken. I think that people rebelled against that. I think the companies said that, and then everyone was like, F you, because they did some studies and it sort of proved that the trainer actually puts no more stress on it than like riding outside. And it's like the people who would be breaking a frame would be track sprinters doing 2200 watts. So if you're not constantly exceeding 2000 watts, you're not putting any real stress on the bike. Like your chain will snap way before your frame should break. And if your frame does break, it was probably going to break anyways. I've heard Karma's broken 2 frames, which is crazy talk. Yeah. Well, like the end of the 90s, early 2000s, everyone's frame broke from hucking. I think I have the only Kona Stinky Deluxe from 1999 that didn't break. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Remember that? Before people used to do like, before there was transitions off of drops and everything was just hucking. Those were the days. Well, yeah, because you just pulled up to a drop super slow and then cranked on the bars. And it was like everything was slow. Like now everything flows. Everything has an actual transition landing. Everything we did was like landing to, oh yes, you do get the Cycling Canada jersey. Sweet. Sorry, I just finished the Cycling Canada ride and I got the jersey. I'm gonna wear that jersey all the time now. I'm gonna wear it to the, oh actually probably not, because probably for nationals, they probably put you in a jersey for your class, your age group. Yeah. All right. Is Barty still riding? Had 6, but I had 11 for a while. Oh, I just have 7 now. The viewer count goes up right when you're trying to log off. No, I don't have Discord on. They do enjoy you, Brad. They did, like the few times you were on, they did like your color commentary on most topics. Well, it does say actually when you join my chat, it usually says it's for mature audiences and things will get said that. Yeah, it's not bad.